Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Here we are again. Another day in the pandemic. So I have some regular old black tea, which is my favorite. So we're all hanging in there. So what I want to make is some cheap food. I think it's wise to hang on to as much of our money as possible. So I just roasted a couple of hot dogs. This will do. Hey, I'm not spending any money. Are you kidding? So to go with my hot dogs, I want to make some hot potato salad. With bacon. It looks like maybe light at the end of the tunnel with this thing. I must say our governor here in California has done a good job. I really can't complain. I will be packing my freezer full of bacon ends. You heard Smithfield's, owned by China, has closed down. I'll bet you our pork is going straight to China. Call me paranoid, but hey, we should really trust the Chinese, you know? So I just boiled two potatoes because I have potatoes I need to use up. And I boiled 2 eggs, so I'll just chop them up. And I have some diced onion. My chopping skills still need work. I have found a couple of good chef shows, though. I really have. They're helping. But one must apply this knowledge. So, I solved one of my big problems in life, and I'm very happy about that. Okay, when I retired young, about 62. Well, no, it was a little earlier. So I thought, if you retire, you're going to have to exercise. So I would walk around. You guys saw me do it. I would walk around in this. It was a crummy area. I would really be hating life, but I felt like I had to do it. And I couldn't find any place suitable to change my walking, and truthfully, I never thought about doing any kind of indoor aerobics or any exercises indoors, because in my job I was cooped up inside from the time I was about 15 until I was about 62, and I thought, wow, you know, the last thing I want to do is do anything involving indoors. Well, I found this exercise video, and I can get the exercising done a lot faster. So, you know, it's for now, you know, in the pandemic, it's not bad. I can stand it. So I just want to chop my potatoes. My potatoes are still hot. And make myself some tasty. I could have used a bigger bowl, I think. Well, it's just going to have to do. Home cooking, you guys. And then, you know, I have some onions. This will be good in about 5 minutes here. Maybe less. Okay, now I fried some bacon ends because bacon is very delicious. Just a little bit. You know, I wanted to mention something. Yummy. I'm starving. Okay. Aside from not trusting the Chinese, of course not. First of all, no toilet paper. Now we got some toilet paper. It can be found. Then 1 week it was you could buy 1 package of meat and 1 package of eggs, provided you could find some. Then meat came back and I was able to get chicken and hamburger. Then I couldn't find any pasta. Now pasta is back. And then I couldn't find any top ramen, and I got a couple of cases. But I'm looking for 6. But this last 2 days, now this is concerning. Rice, flour, sugar, and beans. That is not good. You know, the other things, you probably wouldn't starve, but the things that we're missing today, you just might. So that's not something you want to be without. So I drove around and I found some big bags, but in most cases, the big bags I found were the only ones on the shelf. And I was talking to my brother, and my brother goes, "Where'd you get that rice?" And I told him I got it at Walmart, but I had to go to 2 Walmarts to find it. Possible Smart and Final might have some big bags. So I will be, they say 50 pounds of beans, 50 pounds of rice, sugar, I'm not sure how much, but supposedly 300 pounds of flour. Well, that's a problem if all you can find is one lousy bag of, and this bacon is delicious. I got it at Albertsons. It really is. So what I want to do is find some meals, you know, just to keep it simple, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, some halfway decent food that is not expensive. Okay, so now, I didn't take out the items. I did at least put them in the front. Okay, so I want to make some salad dressing. I want a little mayonnaise. So this is not good. Make sure you stock up on flour, sugar, beans, and rice. Also, I would be hanging on to my stimulus. Oh, well, we actually knew a couple people who got it. So that was encouraging, because I had my, I mean, not to be a cynic, but, you know, I had my doubts that any stimulus checks were going to happen. And then I'll put a little vinegar, because with this bacon, the vinegar tastes good. So this isn't a very good display. I've got mayonnaise, mustard, and pickle relish. It's looking good, but it needs more mustard. Boy, I sure am glad I'm out of the unstable hair business, but to tell you the truth, in the last few years it was getting that way. There was no way to earn the money I used to unless you wanted to slave away. I don't know. I noticed, you know, that it was becoming more and more miserable, a more and more miserable job. And nobody ever really loved doing hair more than I did, but, you know, I didn't show up for my health. You know, it was supposed to be a job. So I think I got out of it just about at the right time. And another thing, I was talking to my son about eBay today, and I think eBay takes 50%, a lot, and PayPal 5%, maybe it's 15%, and then you buy the stuff, and then you pay shipping on all the stuff. So I am, and then during this pandemic, you know, it was dangerous to get to the post office. So I am disenchanted with eBay, and the swap meet wasn't safe either. So during one of the ways to prepare for the second wave is to say how safe and how secure was my job that I do every day during this pandemic. So and a lot of times during the pandemic, okay, look at the potato salad. So potato salad is cheap. How safe was my livelihood? I mean, if I had to close my doors, I told my son, if this was back in the day when you were a little boy and this happened, I don't even want to think about how bad that would have been. Okay, so now, today I made burritos out of the rest of my beans. These big cans from Dollar Tree, it says, yeah, 4 servings. I made at least 4 burritos, and then I made one. This one is just bean, but what I like is beans with egg, and that's very good. And then today I had to pick up a couple things, and I got a dented can of soup, and I want to encourage you guys to look. I got some smoked clams so I can make some clam chowder. And then I got a can of corn. You know, I just checked it to make sure, you know, and those were 50 cents. And then I bought, you know, when I heard about Smithfield, I bought 1 pork. This is like Spam, like for an emergency. Okay, now here is my yeast. And I think I know, can you guys see it? I think I know where I went wrong. It looked ready, and it probably was, but what I did is I just added everything, and what I should have done is I should have added my yeast into my sugar and water like I always do, and let it proof for a while, and then added my flour. So not tomorrow, but the next day, you know, I will make some more bread. My bread that I made tasted good, but it wasn't light on. And these hot dogs are delicious. What I do is I get good hot dogs at 99 cents only when they're on sale. Yummy. A lot of times I will eat hot dogs, yummy, with rice and milk. Rice with milk, sugar and milk. I bought the barbecue sauce marked down. Once you get the hang of this marked down shopping, you're really going to save money, you guys. And then, you know, I have some corn, some canned corn. I'll probably be eating corn for 3 days. So let me see. Here is my potato salad. So this is a pretty dirt cheap meal, you guys. Okay, so now, let me show you what else I made. I made some ginger snaps to go with my tea. And for some reason I made big ones, but on this particular, look, these are delicious. On this particular recipe, they bake at 400, and it's easier to control them if you go to, this is a pretty old recipe. I don't add raisins and chopped nuts. It would probably be good, but I have never done that. So I have some tasty cookies to go with my tea. Now, I wanted to mention a couple of things. So the indoor walking is going good. Let's see, I wrote down the name again in case you guys didn't see the video. Fabulous 50 30-minute Get Fit indoor walking workout for women over 50. Oh, that's me. Okay, and then I took it down because there was a problem. Olympus von Sandervex was supposed to have the effect of civil war on your spiritual realm, but looks like he was having problems with the live chat. I've done them before, and I had a little bit of a problem sometimes. Also, just to warn you, they're expecting a very, very cold winter. So if you live in one of those icy cold places, make sure you have some kind of heater in case the power goes off. And I wouldn't doubt it. And if it snows like crazy, the water is going to run south. So, okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.